Pastor Nick's on, and he's going to be talking about a very important program, but we wanted to reach back one moment and just mention the SAT prep course again, because I forgot to stress that the materials that the students will receive during that course are completely and absolutely free of charge, and they are the child's to keep. All that the Pritchetts ask is that the children, if they're participating in all 4 classes, that they bring that book with them in each class. So again, the dates for that are November 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 30th. The book is free. They get a hot meal, and just bring the book with them to the class. And again, the phone number for that is 302-545-8313. And we'll be there at least one of these nights.
Absolutely.
I think.
Yeah.
So
thanks for catching
no
that.
problem.
We forgot to mention that because that is important.
Yeah, those books are like $50, if not more.
I know, and they're great books.
Yeah.
Pastor Nix
Hey,
is
Pastor
in the
Nix.
house.
Hello.
Welcome to In the Upper Room, Pastor
to
Nix.
see
You
you.
guys are one of my favorite shows on TV during the whole week.
Thank you.
You do a fabulous job.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
and may we say likewise.
Yes,
Oh,
definitely.
Bless you.
I get so fired up when we get ready
When
to
we
do our
come in.
program because you're
Yep.
on before.
Well, I like to think of myself as the warm-up act for you all.
Well, I think of it more in the terms of trailblazing.
Trailblazer.
Yeah,
All right.
and setting the tone.
That's good.
But
All right.
I mean, the Holy Spirit is good, though, Shauna. I ran into Pastor Nix at Walgreens one evening, and I got the opportunity to talk to him and get some of his information, and I just couldn't wait to use it so I can call him and ask him to come visit with us, because I've listened to him, and he has these wonderful programs that are so effective, and he's joined us to talk
Okay.
about one in particular.
Well, it's called Project Manhood, and it's all about working with men and with boys to enable people to become, guys to become the men God created them to be. And speaking for us men, it's not an easy thing to be a man in this society, to be a complete man, a whole man, an authentic man, a powerful man, a
Yes.
successful man.
Right.
In every area of life. It's very difficult, a lot of obstacles that we face. And
Yes.
so this has been a passion of mine for 20 years.
Yeah, Pastor Nix, you mentioned that how far it goes back, and
Right.
I was like, wow, I didn't know, and it's so important that you develop this system,
Right.
because that's
Right.
what we need. We can appreciate acts of sacrifice, but having a system of empowerment like this is just so awesome.
Well, you're absolutely right, because back in 1990 or so, I was running programs in Camden, New Jersey, and I decided to carve off some money and focus on reaching boys. And so we pulled 5 churches together, the church that I was a part of and some others, both black and Latino. And in 3 weeks, we had 90 boys.
Oh, wow.
A few more weeks after that, we had 120 boys. And I had to cut it off. I said, no more boys.
Right.
We need the men to be able to work with them.
Right.
And, but that showed me just how hungry boys are. And one of the things we did, we took the boys out. We took 90 boys, city boys, out into this wilderness camp. And many of them had never been out in the woods at night. We arrived outside of the camp, turned off the lights,
Right.
told them to get off the bus, and we were going to start their journey to manhood tonight.
Awesome.
By having them follow us men
Yeah.
into these dark woods.
Right.
And we just promised them we will get you
Right.
to a place where you'll be okay.
Yes.
And so there was this tough, about 12-year-old Puerto Rican kid who was acting up on the bus. He was
Right.
a man, he was funny, he was all that, And we got out into the dark woods,
Uh-oh.
and he quietly slipped his hand into my
Oh, that
hand.
is awesome.
Yes, sir.
And we walked hand in hand through the woods until we got close to the
Wow.
campfire, and then
Right.
he quietly slipped his hand out.
Wow.
Right.
And that always reminded me that no matter what they look like on the outside,
Yes.
boys are hungry for men
Yes.
who
And
will
protection,
lead them
right.
through the fears of life, the dangers of life,
Oh, my goodness.
to manhood.
Exactly.
And we're not perfect, man. You don't have to be a perfect man
No.
to help a boy.
No.
You just have to be a committed man.
Right. And that is the model that I believe was intended.
Yeah.
We we are boys at one point, then we become men,
Right.
and they always say that a man can show a boy
That's
how
right.
to become a man,
Right.
and that is so needed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and when men just step in to just be there for boys,
Yeah.
their grades improve, for instance, in these Project Manhood programs, and they've been done all over the country, mainly
Right.
by churches, sometimes schools, but
Okay.
and a lot of times while tutoring and academic achievement, I was listening to the whole SAT prep because that's so important, you know, as we all know.
Right.
But kids have to kind of, you know, get to the point where they're ready, and so we have to help them along the way. But if you just get a group of men together working with boys every week, if their very presence in the boy's life and their willingness, for instance, just to see the report card
Yes.
makes their grades improve,
Right.
because the boys start engaging more with school. We call it school engagement, and so they're more engaged with school. And so when you're more engaged with school, which means showing up, you know, listening, doing your assignments, your grades improve.
Absolutely.
Just because a man is present.
Yeah.
And it's powerful. They put some men in a school in D.C., and the men weren't tutors. All they did was spend 4 hours a week just in the classroom. Just in the classroom.
Just there.
And the boys' grades improved. Just from having a man who cares
right
about
there.
how you're doing in school. Just that. It's powerful what men can do when they're involved
Right.
in the lives of either their kids or other kids.
Right.
Remember Stacy's daughter got that grant for 100 men reading? Remember that?
Yeah, I
We've
do
got to have
remember.
her back on to find out how that went.
Right.
She was, what, 10 years old, 11 years old? She
I
got a
think-
grant.
Yeah,
Really?
She was 10.
She got a
Wow.
grant to get 100 men reading books over the
Wow.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
it's
children
great.
in
To children,
libraries.
yeah,
Yeah.
fabulous. Because it lets them know, and that's one of the things fathers can do. In fact,
Right.
there's research that shows that is one thing that fathers do with their children.
Right.
You know, is read to them.
I want to
you know.
get the website up on the screen, and I just want to ask Pastor Nix, what's the next step that you're going to take to in the program?
Well, we have trained, you know, dozens of churches around the country in
Right.
this program, but you know, sometimes when you're busy doing a lot of things, you don't necessarily do things at home. And so we're now about to launch. We had a pilot program a year or two ago at our church, but now we're about to launch Project Manhood out of our church, a nonprofit organization. We're adopting a school, and we are going to get behind those boys, surround them. And it's a serious commitment because boys have had so many men make promises. They come into the house, they're dating the mom, whatever,
Yes,
then that
yes.
ends. And so it's important that the guys really be committed.
Right.
But a small group of men literally can make a big difference in the lives of boys. So that's what we're going to do, and we're very excited by that. Yeah. I'm involved with the Delaware Fatherhood and Family Coalition, as you may know, coordinator working with Mary Polk in the state. And so I'm very engaged statewide with helping fathers to be involved with the lives of their kids. But this now is also getting men to be involved in the lives of kids who aren't their own.
Right.
And that too can make a big difference. And we work with the men as well.
Right.
Because we have our own issues.
Hey,
You know, when I was doing this in Camden, we would meet on a Tuesday night and go through this curriculum, as a matter of fact. And then we would do it with the boys on Thursday night. And the guys would say to me sometimes, you know, I feel like I'm just a half a week ahead of the boys because we're dealing with our own issues of manhood.
Yeah.
And it's okay as long as you're dealing with them,
Yes.
talking about them, not just, you know, being all macho and all that.
right.
It's fine. Just share that with the boys.
Right.
It's powerful.
When I was teaching Bible study at my old children's school church, at my old church, I would go through the same thing. I'd be like, well, we can't talk about this lesson yet.
Because I haven't worked it
Miss
out.
Shauna hasn't gone here yet. So
Well, I'll let you
I'll
know
get back
on
to you guys.
a little secret. The next series at our church is going to be Confessions of a Pastor.
All right,
And we're
all
going to
right.
have 3 pastors, myself including, you know, reveal some things about
Yes,
what it means to
yes.
be pastor, what we really go through, actually
Right.
culminating on our own pastoral anniversary on November 13th. And that's going to be one of the things I think I share, that really and truly, you know, sometimes what we're preaching or teaching, we got it. Sometimes we're just getting it.
Right.
Sometimes it's like, Lord,
Yes.
you really
This
want
is
me
you.
Right,
to
right.
say this? Because, you know.
Yeah.
But God can use truth
Amen.
to change lives. And if we're just willing to put ourselves out there on the line and put it out there, you know, we're all on a road.
Well, you know,
We're all on the road.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I
something?
just wanted to. There are so many topics that are covered in this, and I just wanted to read them. Some of them. No, go ahead. What were we going to say?
Well, no, I was just going to say, I thought we were going to our next segment, but if you need to read that, you
Well,
go
I
right
just want to
ahead.
say it's healthy identity, belief, and lifestyles. Also focuses on healthy marriage and relationships, responsible parenting, career success, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy. So
Right.
it covers.
Yeah,
such
that's
a
with
broad
the work with the
spectrum.
men,
Right.
and then with
Yeah.
the boys, there's
Okay.
a number of issues.
Gotcha.
But yeah, but if
Okay.
people go to projectmanhood.com,
Oh, that's the men's program. Okay.
and you'll be able to find it.
All right.
That's awesome.
Projectmanhood.com. So we're excited, man.
I'm
And lady.
excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited with you. I'm excited about it. And thank you so much for coming,
Great.
Pastor Nick.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for
God
coming.
bless.
We really
God
appreciate
bless.
All
it.
right. Keep up the good work.
We'll be right back with more of In the Upper Room Outreach Ministries, The Monitor.